Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the Chevy Traverse Limited. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Traverse. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 17 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 266 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see here with all of the different lines, and I like the silver paint, it really pops. And then we've got this split light design here with the Traverse. It's kind of Chevy's thing now. Chrome here on the grille. You can see the blacked out Chevy bow tie as well. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with the Traverse. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255, 65, 18 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels, you got the silver there. And then unpainted fender flare here. You can see that continues along the side with the rest of the bodywork. Got the Traverse badge here, body painted mirrors, and you can see chrome trim around the windows. And then here is your full side view with the Traverse. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, and then the Chevy bow tie in the back. And popping into the rear, you guys can see decent amount of storage space behind the third row. You do have these straps to fold down the third row if you need even more space. And then we got a little charging port here in the back too, looks like. That's nice. But yeah, when you're all done, just grab this handle and plop. And then finishing things up with the rest of the rear, you can see the taillight design here, and then we have our limited badge. So this is for Traverses that are 24s, but not with the new style, hence the limited. They did the same thing with the trucks. Anyways, you've got your double exhaust tip set up there, and putting it all together, yeah, there you go. Now taking a look at the door panel in the rear, you can see soft touch here and down below as well, and then you got some storage. And then the Traverse has cloth seats with this, and you can see the coloration matches what's on the door panel. Legroom back here is great. We've got a little storage pocket. We've got our own climate zone here in the rear, some USBs as well. And then headroom, it's solid. And then as for the third row in the Traverse, you can see with the cloth seats there. Legroom, obviously a little bit more on the cramped side of things with the foot space, but headroom's decent there in the back. So again, like I say, with crossovers, SUVs in this segment, kids are best in the third row, but you can do adults. And then taking a look at the front door panel, you've got soft touch all down below. We've got all of our window controls here, mirror adjustments. The mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then here's the front seat again with that cloth trim, manual adjustments on the side. Get your light controls right here. And then you've got nice soft touch trim on the dash. And I don't think, yeah, that's not soft touch. It looks nice though. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see a little bit more basic with the material use, but we do still get radio controls in the back, controls for center stack. We've got our cruise control as well. Thank you, lady. And then we got our regular stocks there on the back. So mostly analog gauge cluster. We do have a little digital element there in the center to show you different bits of information on the Traverse. And then in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Resolution on it's solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, pretty quick response time. Overall, you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then some physical controls here at the bottom. Dual zone climate controls with this as well. And you can see all the charging ports right here, and then storage up front. Some cup holders here, and then we got our shifter there for the 9-speed automatic transmission, plus and minus if you want to shift the gears yourself. Parking brake. We've got our auto stop start here. You can see the lane departure, and then we do have our drive mode select. So basically you have an off-road mode there off to the side, and then you have your all-wheel drive mode versus your two-wheel drive mode. And then with the center console, yeah, good space. Nice padding here on the top. And I think this is nice that goes across the dash. And then with the glove box, yeah, pretty solid there. Manual mirror dimmer, and then no center. So here's our window sticker for this Traverse. This one's a 1LS, and after all options on this, total MSRP is $39,315. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before I set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors. throughout the rest of the rear. And let us traverse in the Traverse. So I know we're going to get some comments. 2024 is the last year and the first year for the Traverse in a way. So this is a limited. So again, Chevy did this with the trucks where you could get a old body style truck in 2022 and then they released the new body style later in 2022. Similar thing here with the Traverse, where they're offering the old body style for those of you that want it, and then the new one's going to come in and they're going to phase out the old one. And Chevy's not going to do the Ram thing where they continue to sell the old body style along the new side or the new one for years. If you don't know, Ram sells, it's called the Classic. Alongside the new 5th gen, I mean, the Ram's literally closing in on probably going to like the 6th gen soon, and they're still selling the 4th gen along. It's a very interesting setup that Ram has, but you know, it's something that they're doing. Now I will say this V6 is nice. Transmission's smooth. It's got good power overall for the size of SUV this is. Just drove an Explorer before this, and I actually like this powertrain more than the 2.3 and the Explorer. Explorer's not bad. The 2.3's got good torque and everything, but I don't know. I think these naturally aspirated engines, they just feel right. And let's get our acceleration here. Pretty quick too. And it's not like a race car, but it's got good power. It's got good power. Very smooth ride. I think this is probably smoother than the Explorer. The thing I've noticed about the Chevys is they feel a little bit more buttoned down than the Fords, especially over bumps and everything. It seems like they just do a kind of a little bit of a better job with. Yeah, it's not as like clunky. It's a weird way to put it, but that's the only way I can put it. I'm just kind of comparing them mentally because they are both competitors. So yeah, to sum things up here with the Traverse Limited, obviously it's not as fun and flashy and exciting as the new Traverse, but if you're looking for a more budget-friendly Traverse and you want something that's more simplistic, right? That's something that I noticed a lot of people are now attracted to, is simplicity, because then it's less stuff to break on the car. I mean, think about this for a second. This One LS has this, I mean, this little screen, right? This thing's never gonna break. This is tiny, that's never gonna break. So in terms of like stuff, and then you got a bunch of physical controls. So in terms of like stuff that you use on a day-to-day basis that, you know, could go wrong in here, right? They've definitely minimized that. And so, yeah, again, I think there's definitely an appeal to this. But let me know what you guys think about this Traverse Limited, and let me know if you go limited or if you'd go for the new Traverse.